should be stopped, as payment of 133 million naira spent within 5 years period as lease financing is not sustainable. President Muhammadu Buhari has called on the international community to support Chad to conclude the transition from military to democratic government in a peaceful manner within the set time of 18 months. President Buhari made the call on Tuesday at the opening of the extraordinary summit of heads of state and government of the Lake Chad Basin Commission.
It must be stated that the sanctity of the Chadian constitution, the supreme guiding document defining the social contract in the country, must be respected. The transition period should be civilian-led with requisite powers given to the constitutionally mandated organs of government settled with the responsibility of administering the country.
The summit was convened to discuss the recent developments in Chad after President Idriss Deby Itno died on the front line while defending the territorial integrity of his country. Elsewhere, the Accountant General of the Federation, Ahmed Idris, on Tuesday said the £4.2 million looted by former Governor of Delta State, James Ibori, has been returned to the state. Idris told the House of Representatives Ad Hoc Committee that recoveries are made by the federal government on behalf of states. According to him, any recovery arising from looted funds from a particular state would go directly to the state.
Let's give an example. There's something trending. The recovery of Ibori loot. So where will it be paid to? Was paid to the state, is it to Delta State? But that's contrary to the information that it was used for specific
any recovery, Honorable Chair, Honorable Committee, any recovery that is, arising from looted funds from a particular state goes to the state.
The Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, had on March the 9th said the loot would be used for the construction of the Second Niger Bridge, Buja-Kanu Road, and Lagos-Ibadan Express Road, and not returned to the Delta State government where it was stolen from. The governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, has warned that the state government will no longer pay salaries of the state's chapter of Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria, JUSUN, if it fails to call off its strike by the end of May. Wike insisted that there was no basis for JUSUN strike in Rivers because the judiciary was already enjoying financial autonomy and improved staff welfare. The governor spoke on Tuesday in Port Harcourt at the special court session in honor of the retiring Chief Judge of Rivers State, Justice Adama Iyayi Lamikanra.
And the issues in contention do not apply at all to Rivers State, where the judiciary is enjoying and continues to enjoy financial autonomy and much improved staff welfare. Now, the NDA, they're happy that they've joined them, that they've agreed that they should go on strike. I have no problems about that. You've heard what the retiring Chief Justice, when you see what politics, how politics comes, these people who came to us and told me they never knew that they're enjoying financial autonomy, and told me before the governor that they are going back to reopen the gates so that the courts can operate. As I speak today, they all have vanished.
Governor Wike noted that under the leadership of Justice Iyayi Lamikanra, the state's judiciary effectively enjoyed both administrative and financial autonomy never before experienced in the state. The governor presented to her the certificate of occupancy of a new deluxe home built for her by the state government and keys for a brand new sport utility vehicle and a Hilux van. Coming up in a moment after this break, police foil kidnap and robbery attempt in Delta. Stay with us, please. Welcome back. The United Nations Resident and Humanitarian Coordinator, Edward Collon, on Tuesday visited a pineapple factory operated by a business cooperative in Ugobazua in Ovia Southwest local government area of Edo State. The pineapple factory is one of the intervention projects funded by the International Organization for Migration, IOM, created to discourage irregular migration. KUFM's Lebeduma Sokoram was there and tells us more.
Following the commissioning of the pineapple juice processing plant in February 2020, production of bottled juice has continued in the factory at Igobazua. After over 1 year, The United Nations resident and Nigeria coordinator Edward Colon says he's happy with the progress made so far and the entrepreneurial opportunity created for the returned migrants.
This is a beautiful start in the right direction, and I'm sure when the production kicks in at full capacity, these people will be able to make livelihoods here so that they don't take that risk of trying to go to the Mediterranean to go to Europe. The project is still at its embryonic stage. It has a lot of opportunities. That's what I can say for now. But the beauty about it is the entrepreneurial opportunity that is creating for these migrants that are returning from Libya and other places. With the type of quality checks I had to go through here before even entering into the factory, and the type of sanitary conditions there, I don't think there will be any major problem with a NAFDAC certification.
On his part, Chief Mission International Organization for Migration, Franz Celestina, says though the COVID-19 created problem in business generally, he expressed happiness on the plan to expand the factory by building a plantain chip production line in the complex.
No, so far so good. I think the pandemic presented some problems, some challenges, but I think despite that, these guys are flourishing. So I'm really happy with what I see here, and I'm hoping that we're going to continue to do better, to improve this and expand it. I'm also really excited to see the plantain chips part of it is coming up. So I think that's a good idea to bring up. I think they should ramp up the activities, ramp up production, and then once the NAFDAC license come through, and then go beyond Edo, go to Abuja, they create a niche market. Getting somebody at ShopRite selling this product, I think is a good idea. This is where we should go.
A private sector actor and a partner in the returning cooperative, Edosa Government, said though COVID-19 had a great impact on business, he believes that soon the juice can be bought anywhere in the country.
All the stakeholders, including NAFDAC, they've been very supportive. They came here, told us what we need to do and all that. So we're on course. And very soon you're going to see it in the market big time. 1 year lost is not a problem, but we have a lot of gains ahead of us.
The community reintegration project, implemented under the framework of the EU-IOM Joint Initiative for Migrant Protection and Reintegration, funded by the European Union Emergency Trust Fund for Africa. Leredum Asagwaram, KFM News.
The Delta State Police Command says it has foiled a kidnap attempt at Ogara in Ethiopia West local government area of the state. Acting Police Public Relations Officer DSP Edafi Bright told newsmen that the suspected kidnappers engaged police operatives who were on patrol in conjunction with local vigilantes in a gun duel. He explained that the suspects escaped with various degrees of injuries sustained in the duel. He said the suspects confessed to be members of cult groups. 2 suspects believed to have masterminded the attacks on the police command headquarters and correctional center in Imo State have died of gunshot wounds. The police public relations officer, Bala Elkana, confirmed the death of the suspects in a statement on Tuesday. He identified the suspects as Uchenna Elendo and Elu Usinachi of Umukusu Ocha and Umububeawara areas of the state. Elkana noted that the feat was recorded on Monday following a well-coordinated operation conducted at Ocha community in Awara in Ohajigbima local government area of Imo State. She explained that the operation was in response to the mandate given to the Commissioner of Police in Imo, Abutu Yaro, by the Inspector General of Police, Usman Baba, to ensure that the hoodlums who attacked the command headquarters and correctional center were apprehended. The command spokesman noted that the suspects were engaged in a gun battle with men of the Nigeria Police Force that lasted for about 2 hours. According to him, the police recovered an AK-47 rifle with breech number 11654 and a cage of live ammunition from the suspect. Also recovered were a number of expanded ammunition, machetes and charms tied around the waists of the suspect. Coming up in a moment in our business news, CBN retains monetary policy rates at 11.5%. More to come after this short break. Stay with us, please. Welcome back, and over now to business, where the Monetary Policy Committee, or MPC, of the Central Bank of Nigeria has again voted to retain the monetary policy rate at 11.5%. The announcement was made by the CBN Governor, Godwin Emefiele, during a press briefing at the CBN headquarters on Tuesday. Emefiele, speaking further on the decision of the MPC at the end of the two-day rates decision meeting, said the committee voted to leave the MPR at 11.5%, cash reserve ratio at 27.5%, and liquidity ratio at 30%. He explained that the move is expected to allow further economic growth after the country exited recession in the fourth quarter of 2020, following rising inflation.
It noted that economic growth could be hampered in an environment of unstable prices. To this end, the choice therefore was between loosening the stance of policy to ease credit further, or tighten to moderate price development, or maintain a hold stance in order to allow previous policy measures to continue to permeate the economy while observing global and domestic developments. The committee noted that an expansionary stance of policy could transmit to reduced pricing of the loan portfolios of deposit money banks and result therefore in cheaper credit to the real sector of the economy. On the converse, this expected transmission may be constrained by security challenges and infrastructural deficits.
Insisted that the encrypted nature of cryptocurrency transactions makes it hard for fraud to be investigated and criminals apprehended. According to Emefiele, no responsible central bank will support such transactions. Assumed academic activities. The Accountant General of the Federation says Iboris loot has been returned to the Delta State government, and President Buhari has called on the international community to support peaceful transition in Chad. KUFM News Dawn was produced by Nosahai Wadiai. I am Charles Oporum saying thanks for listening and good morning.
KUFM 92.7. Turn on excitement.
I won it! Oh my gosh! Guy, since I joined BigBet, I've been cashing out steadily. You don't mean it. Look at you. Let me tell you, they offer bigger